Stream is start.
Yeah. Yo. What's good? It's your boy Peanut, the CEO of Dash Resource LLC. I got my man SMED with me.
What's going?
That's the one.
Peanut, please.
That's the one.
Just do the regular. Don't. We got Peanut. Do not try to do nothing new.
SMED, I always try to reinvent the wheel every single episode, man.
James, tell him, say, listen,
Nah,
bro,
bro,
never
trust
try
me.
nothing new. Like, I'm going to tell you an example. Like, don't try new cooking when I come. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Just give me
okay,
some
yeah.
regular stuff that you already know you can make good. Don't experiment.
I made something good today, man. I made red beans and rice with shrimp and
Shrimp.
Yeah, I made red beans and rice
Shrimp is first of all, it's unlawful according to the law of Leviticus.
because they couldn't prepare it properly back in those times, and the people got sick from it.
Scavenger, bro. You okay? I know my nigga James don't eat. Oh, was it 2 minutes? Damn. We struck.
Take that point away from Smith. See, you're trying to do something different. Just let me rock out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. That's it.
Blew it. Now we don't get no monetization.
None.
I'm gonna edit this.
Word.
Now what do you say about
Oh,
this
yeah.
team?
Oh, yeah. Remember, I showed you what we can do after the episode.
Bro, do you realize, bro, we got a real live American author on the show?
For sure.
And I'm getting into an argument with you the first second.
Well, me and him are both authors, so technically.
I'm author before both of y'all. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
How you gonna start spice with the guests like that, man? You gonna start spice like
Trying to
that
tell you.
before both y'all, and then dust your shirt off
I mean,
and
y'all
pop
are,
your chain?
but you guys are better than me in some ways.
You popped your
But
chain,
just not
man.
that way.
So, man, like, don't pop
Okay?
your chain.
Y'all both look better than me. And that's about it.
Man, come on.
All right. So, hey, first and foremost, we want to say, what's up to Horizon Science Academy
You ain't
Dayton
cool
High
if you
School?
go to that school, man.
Horizon Science Academy Dayton High School. You ain't cool if you don't go to that school,
At
man.
all.
It's just a fact.
Scientific.
I'm
fact.
sorry. I'm sorry for all the other schools, but Horizon Science Academy of Dayton is lit. Dayton High School. Sheiks for breakfast, Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. If you ever injured, call attorney Michael Wright. 937-222-7477. Make the right choice when you want to get lit a little bit. Get you some good old Kiara wine. You can contact my bro, Antoine Cunningham, or swoop it up at More for Less. And we also want to say what's up to Third Perk downtown. Get you some good old coffee every day. Every day. Start your day off with Third Perk.
Yes.
Which is right down the street from Agnes All Natural Grill. So you can get that together. All right. And yeah, t-shirtkings247.com. T-shirt Kings. Go for your mouth and go for your mouth in the metaverse. Camera King Studios. 4301 North Main Street, 937-603-4494. T-shirts going crazy right now. So come on, pull up. It's almost hoodie seasons. Get them little T-shirts out the way. Then you can come through and get some hoodies. And my brother Peanut Johnson gives financial advice because he's a financial advisor. Sell stocks, not dope, every Sunday on the Dash Resource channel. Like, subscribe, ring the bell notification so you can get alerted every time he drops hot content, teaching you how to get grants, getting you a big old bag, investing your money in stocks. He even give advice on crypto sometimes. He just whatever is going to get you some money,
Yeah.
he's going to tell you about it. So, yeah. Like, subscribe, ring the bell notification for Legendary People Podcast so you can get alerted every time we drop some hot stuff like we're about to do tonight. We bring these legends on, we bring kings on, and tonight ain't no different. So, P, what you got?
Yeah, I also want to say shout out to Juanita Darden, man. Go subscribe to her YouTube channel called The Broken Entrepreneur. She's going to take you on an 18 month journey on where she is now to show you, you know, where she was compared to some of these bad tumultuous situations she had to go through as an entrepreneur. It's going to be real educational. It's going to be real edifying, and it's going to be inspirational. So salute to her, man, for sure.
That's nice.
But, man, we ain't here to talk about none of that, man. We here to talk about legends, man. Now, I know I always say there's no legend higher, man. But to me, this is one of the ones like I find dear because I walk in the same footsteps as this man. So I want to give it up first, my man, James Turner, man. How are you, King?
What's up? What's up?
Everything good, man. So normally I say we like to find out the legends. I mean, we like to find out the origins of our legends, but we already know you a Westwood legend, baby. So let's talk about where you grew up in Westwood, King.
Westwood first, man. You know, I'm a content creator. I'm kind of breaking into the industry, man. So I want to ask everybody to send prayers up for PNB Rock, man. PNB Rock just got shot in L.A.
Oh, man.
But anyway, yeah, man, I'm Turner. I go by JT. If I say I done it, I did it. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. Grew up in Westwood, man. Went to Rolfe.
Wait, cuz you got to take them track shoes off. We about to start out real stuff. We going to start at like elementary school, and we going to get all up in them details, bro. So, like, where'd you go for elementary school?
I went to Franklin.
Franklin.
Then I went to, don't say Miami Chapel. A lot of people ain't hit the Franklin, so
Yeah.
Miami Chapel.
Okay, yeah. So, like Miami Chapel, wasn't that like a, you know, it was like religion school?
No,
I was a Canadian school.
Oh, okay.
no,
Okay.
no religion was allowed at Miami Chapel.
What?
Violence.
Violence?
Violence only.
So wait, religion wasn't allowed, but violence was acceptable.
Yes.
That's hard. I like that school.
Was it
But
only
not as much as
acceptable?
Horizon.
It was taught.
Right. So like, what was that like for you? You know what I'm saying? Like in them early stages of, you know, like going to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of kid were you, like, growing up?
Man, I came from a middle class family, man, and as far as I kind of, you know, I came from a middle class family. I kind of, I don't want to say really, I kind of like had it good because my dad, he was the manager of the Ohio Players, so
Yep.
I grew up with access to a lot of stuff at a young age.
Yeah.
But so it was middle class probably until I got up into like a junior high school.
Yeah. So so I did research, and like you had pictures with the Jackson 5, and you had pictures with Run DMC, but you lost it somehow. You want to tell us how you lost it?
Oh man, I had gotten in a fight in school and got suspended. And when I came back, they had cleaned out my locker and threw everything away.
Oh man. So like, just in hindsight, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get to like later on. How does it feel today knowing like, man, I'm never gonna have that and nobody really care? Like, how do you feel now?
Man, it's crazy because, man, sometimes I still toss and turn thinking about it. Like, man, I had these pictures and knowing what they'd be worth today, you know, I kind of still go through it about not still having them.
Mm-hmm. Word. So, okay. So,
And
go ahead. Sorry about that.
the pictures I've been trying to track down because we had some personal pictures, but one of the pictures me and my dad had with the Jackson 5 was in the newspaper. So I still been track that one down, but I cannot find it, man.
Oh, well, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. So yeah,
I thought you was about to say you had the picture.
I didn't know he couldn't find it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but you
like,
just told me that he lost it.
Well,
though,
I didn't
didn't you?
know if maybe he had found it. Like, SMED, come on,
I was
man.
just asking. I thought
Man.
no. You're doing a good job. You knew
personal-
stuff I didn't know. I didn't say. I'm just saying.
I have
What's
personal
up,
pictures
B?
with the Jackson 5 too, but one of them they had put in the Dayton Daily News when Jackson 5 came to Dayton.
You seen that one, P? That's what you see
I found out about him losing the picture. I didn't know that there was
in the Dayton Daily
in that
News.
Daily News. But now that I know that, I can zero in.
We gonna put Peanut on it, bro. We gonna find that pic.
Yeah.
So you met the Jackson 5, bro?
I'm at the Jackson 5, George Foreman, Run DMC, Ohio Players, Patti LaBelle, the SOS band, and I met some I can't even remember, man.
I mean, bro, your father was the manager of the Ohio Players.
Yeah, he's the manager of Ohio Players.
What's your father's name?
My father's name is James Turner. His name is James Turner too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's a junior. I'm the third.
Yeah, I know how that is. Like my dad is a junior, and I'm, you feel me? Like I got a middle name, and my dad don't got one. So I understand that type of logic. So what kind of cool things did like you like about your dad, and what kind of similarities did you see in your own character that he had in his?
Man, as far as I guess with every young person, like I used to get everything, you know what I'm saying, at a young age. A lot of attention, you know what I'm saying. We knew a lot of people everywhere we went. And then some of the traits I recognized myself that my dad had, man. My dad was he was a real humble guy, man. You know what I'm saying? He was very clean. He was very businesslike. And it's a lot of things I do to this day that still remind me of my dad, man.
Mm-hmm. Word. So so like, what about Mama Love, man? What kind of person was she? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of similarities did you share with your mom?
And mom was more laid back, more conservative, man, and more strict. You know, anytime mom say tell you no, you go straight to dad.
Right.
You know, and I was unfortunate, man. In 2007, man, I was doing a 10-year bid, man. I lost my mom while I was in prison, and I'm gonna tell that story on my YouTube channel, man, because it was foul how they broke the news to me. And to tell you the truth, man, I still haven't. That's been what 15 years ago, man. I still haven't been able to grieve about it, man.
Mm. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. R.I.P. to your mom, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure.
What's your mom's name, bro?
Yeah.
My mom's name is Barbara. Barbara, she's a maiden name was Born, but her name was Barbara Turner.
Hey, tell us one of those good old, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of those good old stories about your mom.
Oh, man, I got so many, man. I'm gonna tell you a time I used to stare, but I know a lot of people did. I used to steal my mom's car when she went to sleep, man.
Yeah.
I had stole her car and we had went skating at the bus stop. Remember the bus stop skating out there by the Dayton Mall?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she came in and she she woke up, her car was gone, man. She came in there and embarrassed me, man.
Wow.
Embarrassed everybody.
What'd she do?
Yeah.
How did she embarrass you?
Yeah. How?
You know, she cussed me. Well, she didn't really cuss me out, but she told me, y'all, you know how mom, you in a skating ring, your mom come there and confront you and everybody, talk about give me my GP card, give me my keys to my car.
Yeah, everybody, ooh.
But when you get home and you know, just imagine you being in a party scene or a skating ring, and then your mom came there, you know, took her car.
Right.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like, did you have any siblings?
Yeah, I got a younger brother.
Okay. Like, what's your age gap?
Oh, 4 years.
Oh, okay. So like, you got a good family structure going on. Like, what kind of like friends did you hang with at that point in time in your life? And who were some of your day one friends?
Man, you know, man, I kind of I was in the sports, so you know, I used to hang out with all the you know what I'm saying, the athlete circle, man. But I kind of started hanging around the wrong circle, man, when I got into high school.
Mm-hmm.
No, junior high. I got into junior high school, man. I started got in the wrong circle. So some of my friends I had Damien McGuire. We played football together. Antoine Cotton, Ricardo Brown,
Hannibal Motley, man, that's my bro. Hannibal and Gary and Salt, man, them is my bros, man.
I couldn't think of Salt's first. I know his last name Hodge.
Yeah, it might be Stephen Hodges. Stephen Hodges. What's Salt's? Nah, that ain't Steph's. Nah. That's my other bro. But damn, what's Salt's name?
Salt.
Is it David? Might be. I don't know. But Salt, you know, Salt was making movies and stuff too.
Wow.
A long time ago. Yeah, like some, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like some DATV.
Yeah, so it was a good segue because you actually used to be at DATV before DATV. It was called Access 30. Access 30.
31, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so like, what was that experience like, you know, because, you know, like, that's kind of a precursor for what you end up finding love for later on in life. But like, what was it like for you back then?
Hey, can I ask him something before that?
Go ahead.
So, bro, wait a minute. You said you was with Antoine Cotton. And you said somebody, did you kick it with Chill B too?
Chill B, I don't remember Chill B. We played football at Ross.
Brian, his name Brian Fales.
Brian Fales. Yeah, Brian Fales stayed up there by first date. Yeah, I used to go to Brian's house too, hanging out in the garage, right behind
Yeah, that's
first date, right behind first date. Yeah,
right there on Holland Camp. He stayed right down the hill from Hannibal.
Yeah, on the same street.
Same street, for
Man,
sure.
y'all done ran across each other. Y'all had to have.
Well, Chill B is in Ohio Coalition with me, bro. That's my brother. And then Antoine Cotton and all of those. Like, Antoine is supposed to be coming on the show because he want to talk about the snitch situation, which we'll get into with you, too.
For sure.
But, yeah. My bad.
Yeah. So what was that like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why did you love being behind the camera rather than everybody else is getting into rapping? Because, you know what I'm saying, it's like you never proclaimed to be a rapper, nothing like that. But what kind of interests you with the behind the scenes filming, even though like you see your dad being you know what I'm saying, he's out there with the stars and most people gravitate towards the stars. Like, I want to be the Michael Jackson. I want to be that. You wanted to be behind the film, behind the camera. What interests you in that portion of entertainment?
Man, I think, man, how I grew like to be behind the scenes because going to so many different concerts and stuff and watching from backstage, growing up as a youngster, we was like a little kid. And you know how you groom so at a young age, if I'm watching concerts and stuff from backstage, that's what I kind of like fell in love with behind the scenes. So when it came to the Access 30 in the cameras and stuff, it was just like the technology, and once again, being behind the scenes.
Okay.
And that's what kind of like drew me to it. It was what really drew me to it was when I went in there and seen all the equipment and the different boards and editing equipment and stuff like that.
Word, man. Word. So around the time that, you start running with the wrong crowd, are you still have an interest in that, or did it take a back burner to you being outside for the first time?
Oh man, it most definitely took a back seat, man. It took a back seat. So once I hopped off the porch, man, it was 10 toes in the streets.
Yeah.
So, it was just within the last maybe I say 5 to 10 years that I got back into it and went ahead and went to school and got a bachelor's degree in digital cinematography. But the whole time, growing up, once I was younger, once I got kind of started getting older, like I said, and got to junior high school like that, it fell to the back burner, but I still had a passion for it.
So, what middle school did you go to? Well, junior high.
Yeah. I went to Roth.
Okay, so like during the time that like you start getting in trouble, is mom checking you about it? Is dad checking you about it? What kind of went unnoticed to your parents that was the precursor for you eventually having to go do time?
I mean, they kind of checking it in. Everybody in Dayton so small. We all know, everybody know each other. So far as like my age, when I hit junior high school, when I was in junior high school, man, you got to realize that's when crack really first hit.
Yeah.
So that's when everybody wanted to start getting some money. But far as I rode under the radar for a long time with my mom. Then my dad used to be gone so much that he really didn't have no say so in it. But my mom really didn't find out I was getting in trouble until one time the police called her. She had to come pick me up from the police station.
What was the situation that involved that?
I was riding in a dope fiend car and we got pulled over.
And the fiend rental.
So being a juvenile, they took us to the police station. Your parents got to come pick you up.
So what was that experience like? You know what I'm saying? Like seeing your mom, was she disappointed in you? Was she surprised? Like, what was her initial reaction when you saw her or talked to her?
Yeah, she was very disappointed because, it was a shock to her, but little did she know I had already been doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it hurt me, but it hurt me, but I still kept doing what I was doing, And, and once you stuff started to snowball. So that's what happened. First you might go in the store, you steal one piece of candy. Then you get comfortable, you go back, you steal 10 pieces of candy. So it just started snowballing, and it got to the point where I really just didn't even care.
Right. So I watched one of your interviews and like you literally said like you did everything besides boy and touch boys, right? Or you feel me? Or mess with boys, you know what I'm saying? Or kids, right? So
right.
What kind of things did you get to in the streets? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not asking you to incriminate yourself because Lord knows the statute of limitations is up. But But just for, you know what I'm saying, like a younger person that's watching this, that, you know what I'm saying, glorify those things, you know, like you could tell them like what you were doing, and then later on we tell them the lesson that came afterwards. What were some of the things you were into in the streets?
Take a break 1 second. Hold on, you guys.
1 second.
Let's go to break. So break. We definitely got a break right now. Some shit just happened. Stand by for technical difficulties. Y'all see an engineering at work. Some real life funny Marco shit going on.
What happened?
Zoom dropped. It didn't. It just dropped out of OBS though.
Don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on in these OBS.
Okay.
streets.
All right, let's go.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So to short what I said, like, what were some of the things where you were throwing rocks at the penitentiary?
First off, starting off, the first thing I was doing, stealing cars. At about 12, 13 years old, I went to DH about 2 or 3 times. And like I said, I got into junior high school, man. That's back when crack really first started becoming, you know what I'm saying, popular and took over. I went to DH a few times for that, man. And like I said, it just snowballed from there. Like in my last interview I did, man, I did everything. I did everything under the sun. Except did boy, took some pussy, messed with a kid, man. So
you said you did everything but that?
Everything but that. If you name it, I done did it.
So, like, what got you to start selling crack? What was do you remember how you started selling crack?
Everybody remember their first time.
And you know, and that's the thing about me, man. When now looking back at it, everybody used to tell me like, man, what you doing, man? You ain't got to be out here like that. Because a lot of people sold it because they didn't have stuff.
Right.
But I sold it. My friends was doing it and to fit in, man.
Yeah. And so you go ahead.
I said, then once you get into it, you know what I'm saying? That's what just become your life. But if I could go back and do it all over again, I wouldn't, man, because I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Word. So like, what were the roads leading up to you eventually, you know, getting arrested, and then you finally getting a bid of 10 years? What were the roads that led up to that?
Man, selling drugs, robbing, using drugs, just running the streets, man. I ended up catching a body, man. I was blessed to get out of it. But it's just everything that we see going on TV, in the news now with our youth, man. I was doing it, and I think that's the reason, which makes me want to reach out to them, man, to teach from my experiences. Because when I was growing up, because if you go back and I tell you the way I grew up, I didn't have nobody to tell. Of course, your mom and dad gonna tell you, I don't do this, don't do that. You're gonna go to jail, but they can't tell you when you go to jail, people gonna die. Ain't nobody gonna send you no money. Ain't nobody gonna send you no mail. You know, so I think experience is definitely the best teacher.
Right.
So, bro, you said you caught a body. Have you talked about that before?
Man, I haven't talked about it. You talking about like far as therapy, something like that, or have I spoke about it?
Have you spoke on it? Like talked about what happened when what was the situation? You shot somebody or what?
Yeah, I shot somebody. It was a situation where it was a robbery gone wrong, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been in two situations where I done had a gun pulled on me, and I was fortunate enough to be able to get the gun away from the person. But it was a situation where some guns was drawn. A person didn't know I had a gun on me, and they got shot. Was I shooting to kill him? Was I intending to kill him? No, I wasn't.
So it was self-defense.
And so yeah, it was self defense, but it ain't no self defense law. You know, then we in a drug area, so you know that go into the justice system and all that.
Right.
So, and I already know that played a part in me not doing forever in the penitentiary. You know, he's doing 10 years.
Right. So like, what was your last day free like?
On my last day free, because see, I was on the run. So prior to me turning myself in, I got me an attorney. So I think I was on the run for like 2 weeks. So my last day on the streets, man, if you could only imagine, man, it was very gloom, dark, thinking like, man, what they gonna do to me? It was just depressing.
Mm-hmm. Where they catch you at? I mean, yeah. So like you was on the run. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. Like when you talking to your family, were they saying the same? Like I'm the type of person where if my people on the run, keep running. Like
So well, I want to get a little bit more detail.
Okay.
So I want to talk about the actual situation. Somebody pull a gun on you. What's going on? Where y'all at? What happened?
All right, we're in a spot.
Yeah.
We in there. Somebody come to the door. It's music playing, weed smoking, there's girls and stuff in there. I remember I'm chilling on the couch. I remember somebody came to the door. So I ain't paying attention. And then I just hear a bunch of commotion. But on the side of the couch, right in the cushion, I always kept a gun right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, we're in there chilling and stuff. So I remember somebody came to the door, and I heard a bunch of commotion. And when I looked up, I just seen one of my dudes on the floor, and I seen the guy at the door had a gun, and he had a hat pulled down. You already know, being in the streets, your spider sense is ringing.
Yeah.
So my first reaction was to shoot. So I grabbed the gun out of the couch and I shot.
Damn. All right. So boom, you shot. You seen you hit him. What was your reaction after you seen that?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just get the whole story in detail. I didn't even know I hit him. I shot. When I shot, everybody scattered. I took off running. I just ran out the house. So I remember me and it was another dude running with me. We ran to a fiend house. So we was at the house in there. We don't tell them what's happened. We just run in there. We breathing hard. So somebody come to the door. When somebody come to the door, me and him, we go in the back room. While we in the back room, it was somebody else. They came in there. It's like, man, somebody down the street just got killed. So I'm still really not knowing all the facts of it. So what I do, this is 1999. So I call a cab. Now the person don't know we in the bathroom or nothing. The person house we don't know. They don't know what's going on. I call a cab, hop in the cab, go over another one of my dudes' house. It's like about 5 in the morning. Now I ain't said nothing to nobody. So I'm over my dude's house at 5 in the morning. After I catch the cab, I'm over there chilling. That's 5. When I come in the door, just so happened the news is on. And when the news and it's on the news, and they said the person died. I still ain't said nothing. I don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
The only person knows the person that's with me. So then once the news said the person died, I called my girl. I told her what happened, told her to come and pick me up. She came and picked me up. I went to her house and I told her the story. So then I remember my mom had called me maybe like the next morning and told me the police had been over there looking for me. So I'm playing dumb to her, telling her I don't know what they're talking about. So about 2 or 3 more days go by, and I remember one day I'm at my mom's house. I'm upstairs. I got the bath. I'm running a bath. So I hear somebody at the door. So I go look out the window. When I look out the window, I see a gray Buick. I know one of my mom wasn't there. I knew one of my mom's friends drove a gray Buick. No, matter of fact, my mom was there. I knew one of her friends drove a gray Buick. So I look out the window. I see a gray Buick. So I'm thinking it's one of her friends. So I go back up there in the bathroom doing what I'm doing. And I hear the police. You know, you can tell the police voice.
Yeah.
That's who was in the Buick. So I heard them down there talking. So when I hear them talking, I come to the top of the steps. I get to listen. Now I told you that they had called her like a few days before that and told her they was looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't tell me all the details. So when I was at the top of the stairs listening, this was what they said to her. They was like, yes, we contact you, said we believe that we looking for your son because we believe he was the shooter. They told her, now we have evidence to lead us to believe that he was the shooter. Man, I fell down them steps. So they left. She told them I wasn't there. They left. I went ahead and got dressed. Went to so they had left a card. So me being dumb, they left a card. But what I did, I went to a phone booth and called them. Like, what's going on? So then they told me the same thing I heard them had told her. And then this probably like about 5 or 6 days before I turned myself in. So the whole 5 or 6 days, now I'm just stressed out. But I'm still running around like the police ain't looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know they had me on the news. They had flashed my picture on the news. So one day I remember one night I'm at Blockbuster Video. I see one of my dudes. He looked at me like he seen a ghost. This before I knew they had me on the news. I'm like, so he looked at me like he seen a ghost. He like, man, what's up, man? What you done did? I'm like, what you talking about? Like they had. Then that's when I found out I was on the news. So then I called Patrick Mulligan, told him what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they all about the money. He told me to bring him retainer. I brought him the retainer. He talked to the detectives and arranged it for me to turn myself in like about 2 or 3 days later.
Yeah, man. So, what was the initial thing that you were charged with, and then what was like the outlook going into court from your legal counsel, Patrick Mulligan?
My charge was aggravated murder.
Okay.
So I turned myself in. They indict me. My initial charge is aggravated murder. I'm sitting down. It is what it is. I can now either do my time or what, kill myself. So I remember I'm down in the county. I'm doing my time. Time going slow. My lawyer coming to see me. The first deal they offered me was 18 to life.
Okay.
My lawyer come to me and tell me, he's like, I'm not telling you to take this deal. He said, but by law, I got to tell you what the prosecution offered you. He said, offered you 18 to life.
Right.
I said, I came and I ain't topping out to no 18 to life. So,
yeah.
Once everybody get in trouble, when you go to jail, everybody want to be your house attorney.
Yep.
So I get my discovery pack. I get to comment through my discovery pack, trying to find some loopholes, whatever. So I run into contradicting statements and this and that.
Yep.
But one thing my lawyer did tell me, he said, by law, I was supposed to beat that. He's like, you would beat this case by law. He said, but the jury don't know the law. He said, all they want is somebody to point and said you did it.
Yep. Damn.
So I sat in the county for like 11 months.
Yeah.
So like I said, the first deal they offered me was 18 to life.
So is this in 99?
This is 99, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. No, keep finishing. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just trying to get like a timeline, but go ahead.
So I turned that down. I sit down there some more months. They offer me I think like 28 years. I'm like, nah, I can't.
They upped it. They upped it.
No, they went down. The first one was 18 to life.
18 to life, and then yeah.
Yeah,
so
that L on there, yeah.
So at the time, I'm 24, so I'm thinking like 28 years. I'm like, nah. I did the math, like, nah. So I sat some more. I just sat. Then they came with 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm kind of wavering. I'm like, nah. I said no. I sat some more months, and he came one day and seen me. And he's like, man, they offered you 13 years, man. He's like, this is the final offer. He's like, man, if they close the door on this offer, it's over. You're gonna go to trial. I was like, man, I can't do no 13 years. He's like, man, what? He's like, how much time? He's like, man, how much time are you willing to do? I say, man, I'll do 10 years. They came and got me the next day in court, and I got 10 years.
Man.
But now, like I say, now looking back on it, man, basically, like he had said, by law, I would have beat the case. All they wanted was a conviction, you know. And
right.
Then once I said I do 10, they gave me the 10. I got thinking like, well, man, I could have got less time than that. But it's a good thing I didn't gamble with it. Once I went to the joint during that 10 years, I've seen people who had did way less than me that's never gonna get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So, did you ever find out how the police started looking for you out of everybody?
Man, listen at this, man. This is the dumbest stuff in the world. Like
Uh-huh.
I told you, I get the discovery pack. I get the karma through the discovery pack. So it happened at a spot.
Right.
So the next day, thirsty dudes is in there trying to hustle. They in there hustling because the spot was rolling. Why would you be in the spot hustling the day after somebody got killed in there?
Man.
The police come back over there. The police, it's a murder scene.
Right.
Right.
Like they come back to collect more evidence and look around and y'all there with crack.
The police came back over there the next day, called some dudes over there that knew me, and they gave them my name.
Wow.
As far as with the snitching thing, which we was talking about earlier. Gave them my name, man.
Man, so
People were they in there that night? Were in there that night that the guy got shot though?
The night that the guy got shot, they wasn't in there. But you know what's going all around the hood?
everybody
you know
talk about it.
Yeah.
It's going around the hood. So when the police came in there and caught them, see, all they had was a nickname. All they had was my nickname. When I got the discovery pack, all the people who they caught there that night, all they gave them was a nickname. But the next day when they came in there and caught some people who wasn't even there that night, they snitched and they gave them my real name. That's how they got me. That's how they got my picture. All they had was a nickname. Well, they put my real name. They put the real name to my nickname.
Man, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead, P.
So
That's an amazing story though.
yeah. Yeah.
Definitely a detailed story. It's very interesting.
So like you spoke about, you know what I'm saying, like the things that people don't tell you about going to prison is the thing that you know, time don't freeze till you get out, right? You spoke about, you know what I'm saying, like your mom passed while you was in there. At what point of your bid did that happen? How many years were you in at that point?
I think I was in there. I was in 7. I was locked up 7 years then. I've been in there 7 years.
Damn, man.
7, 8 years, about 8 years.
So had you ever been to prison before this time?
Yeah, I had been to prison before. I had come when I was like 18. My first number. I was in a drug raid then. I didn't get caught with no drugs. I got caught with a gun. I was up in Hamilton. So I got 2 years for that. So I had already been to the twice before that.
Word. So so obviously, you know what I'm saying, you started to pen and, you know what I'm saying, write and author and stuff like that. Is that from you reading certain, urban literature while you was locked up?
Okay, so what happened was in 2000, 99, 2001, that's when street books became real popular.
Yeah.
Nicky Turner, Terry Woods, Teddy Holmes, authors like that. Them books became real popular, so I was reading them.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone I get my hands on, I read. So later on in my bid, this is early in my bid. So later on in my bid, I'm in a institution up in Columbus. So
Yeah.
that's where Nicky Turner is from. If
Nicky.
anybody don't know,
Yeah.
Turner is an artist from Detroit who ended up case down in Columbus, Ohio, and she went to the Fed joint. When she got out, while she was locked up, she wrote a book, and when she got out, she self-published it.
Yep.
So while I'm up in Columbus, they bring her in to speak. So she in there telling us her story, and she got to talking, giving details of the books, and she was trying to think of the author's name, and she couldn't think of their name, but I had read the book, so I tell her the author's name, who had wrote it. So after the presentation was over, she's like, you read all them books, ain't you? Yeah. So she asked me, did I want a job?
Mm-hmm.
Now this is why I'm incarcerated. So I told her, yeah, I said I want a job. So this is what she would do. Now you gotta imagine at this time how many people writing books trying to get a deal.
Right.
So when people write a book, it's called a manuscript. So once they wrote their manuscript, they would send it to Triple Crown. We're gonna call it like a demo tape. They would send it to Triple Crown to try to get a book deal.
Right.
What they would do, they would then send it to me in jail, and I'll read over it, and then what it would do was save them some time. If it was a good story, I'll just give it a go. Then they'll view it in house, and that'll determine if the person would get a book deal or not.
You kind of was the filter for the realness for them to publish it or not. Kind of, yeah, like you was the tastemaker.
The proofreader, yeah.
Yeah.
And once again, behind the scenes. I don't want to be an author. I want to be behind the scenes.
Right. So like into the inception of Hankin, right? So you know what I'm saying, like Hankin was, you know what I'm saying, like a term used back in the day when you know what I'm saying you hustling. I mean, to me, I thought it always started from, you know what I'm saying, like them calling Hank, you know what I'm saying, Hank, so you got a Hankin, whatever like that. But
hold on, say it again.
Like Hank was like, you know what I'm saying, like a drug reference. So when you got it jumping,
heroin.
Yeah, for sure. Is that where you got it from, or do you have a different terminology for how you use the word hanky?
That's where I got it from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
and then like
go ahead.
When from the city, I tell them in Dayton, we call heroin Hank.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it, people like you hanking. So I just took it and put like a positive, put a positive definition behind it.
Right. So because now, like, you know what I'm saying, like you don't leave it reserved to just selling drugs. You saying like if somebody is a barber and they, you feel me, and you running it up.
Yeah.
Basically, if you a capitalist, you hanking.
You getting busy.
Right.
Right. I mean, yeah, you getting money.
If where it's still from, if you was selling a lot of heroin, you was hanking.
Mm-hmm.
So I say when you can supply the demand, it could turn a profit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nothing but another word for hustling.
Yeah.
Right. So I got a chance to like kind of go over, you know what I'm saying, like synopsis of your book, you know, and it sound real similar to your situation. I mean, but like you kind of turned into like a love situation as well. Is that some truth element to it? Like did you really have a situation with like your, you know what I'm saying, like your love interest and you choose between that and the streets, or that just, you know, writing?
Hey man, I think a majority of people that's in the streets end up struggling with that sometime in they hustling career, whether it's with a female, a family member.
Mm-hmm.
Either you're gonna choose between me or you're gonna choose between the streets.
Either that or being an entrepreneur, or you going to work a third shift job, or you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna go get it by any means necessary, you feel me? So I definitely understand that. So what was your first, like, you know, who'd you let proofread the book first, and what was their initial reaction when you wrote the book?
And to tell you the truth, man, I didn't let nobody proofread it. Because as far as me working for Triple Crown for so long and being behind the scenes and reading so many manuscripts and reading so many street books, I already knew the mechanics of it. I already knew middle, beginning, and end.
Right.
The first person I had ever let read it was a publisher, and y'all had the publisher on the show last week, Shantae Kennerly.
Yeah, Shantae Kennerly, Bricks.
Yeah, Bricks.
Kennerly published. That's the first person to read it.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
So like, what you doing 10 years? I mean, like, you missed a lot of stuff, like 9/11, for instance. I mean, it's a lot of stuff like you missed in that time capsule. But what was one of the biggest adjustments that you missed out on? I mean, I know the easy low hanging fruit is cell phones, but is there anything else?
Man, I missed the sound of here porch, man.
You missed what? Again? One more time.
I missed the sound of the newspaper hitting the porch in the morning.
That's hard. That's
simple.
Hard.
You know, the simple stuff you miss the most, man. It ain't about no women, no food. It's the simplest stuff you miss when you're in there doing that type of time, man.
Like, speaking of which, you know what I'm saying? I did some research, and you was helping somebody named Shaquan Dean, who was doing 30 years, and you was helping him with his book?
Yeah, I'm helping him with his book called Inspiration and Motivation 101.
So, like, what's y'all connection? Is it just through literature, or did you personally know bro? And what kind of energy is he?
I met him when I was doing my 10 years. I met him in Lebanon. I met him when I was in Lebanon.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things I do, man, since I've been out, man, what I try to do, man, I try to reach back in guys, man, because I know how it is in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I got back in contact with him. He was doing a lot of time. You know, he was telling me what he was doing, the steps he was making. He told me I had been working on a book. So, you know, we had got together and worked on it. I helped him get it together.
Word. So Like, tell us a little bit about his story, so you know what I'm saying, like, so we could be looking out for it, especially with you having your fingerprints on it as well. You know what I'm saying, like, we definitely want to support. So, like, tell us a little bit about his story.
His book is more about helping the youth, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like taking rules from the penitentiary and applying them to the streets. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not being in people's business. Because there's a thing in jail when you walk past a person's cell, you don't look at people's cells
at all.
You know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes straight. You don't look at nobody's cell. So his book is more like I say, bringing street principles and applying them, bringing prison rules and applying them to street principles. It got a positive message behind it.
So, I mean, it's a perfect segue talking about street rules and principles, man. I mean, we had a viral video today. I don't know if SMED want to pull it up real quick so we can get your take on a business owner, you know what I'm saying, having to deal with a fight that lasted hours in front of a business. You know what I mean? I understand, like, let's say I'm a street dude. I finally put my street stuff to the side. You know what I mean? I now started a business, no matter if I use my money from the streets to get it. Am I snitching if I call the police on people doing that in front of my business? And we'll let you watch the video, a little short segment of that, and we'll show you another thing.
Keep
as well.
talking though while I get it.
Yeah, so it's basically like a fight, and I mean, like, we jokingly said it was a 12-hour fight. I mean, I don't know how long the fight was, but you gonna see the fight start while it's dark outside, and by the time the fight ends, it is light outside. Now, this is in front of a business. So, what is your initial take on that before you see the video?
My initial take as far as what? Calling the police on them?
Yeah.
I mean, it all depends on the circumstances. If it's stopping, if it's during my business hours and it's stopping people from coming in, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of commotion, it's rowdy. I mean, I think that's what people got it twisted at, man. People think, man, people that took
1 second, SMED, get it together for us.
Hold on, bro. My bad. This shit just loud as fuck. It's hard to deal with this shit, man.
What, with the Zoom?
No, this nigga shit, man. All that loud talking and shit. It's ridiculous, man. Look at this. We can't even have a conversation over that rowdy shit. Let me just hold on. Cut that shit off.
You are now listening to...
I can't even get rid of that shit.
You're now listening to the whisper of the streets around...
Oh, hold on.
Dayton, Ohio.
This is... Oh, you know what? Here it is.
All right.
Here you go, JT. You can look at this shit, bro. This shit.
Got security trying to break it up. That poor guy, man. He need a raise, man.
Now, James, you still here?
Yeah.
Hold on, bro. Damn, I don't even see your Zoom right now. I got to bring you back in. But here you go. You can see the video. So, let me play.
Just go from night to day. Just like quick move.
You see this. Can you see the video, James?
Yeah, I can see.
You can see it? Okay. All right, here. So, you see it's night, and they're fighting.
And it's A2 video. Cause look, that's the same bodyguard. Same bodyguard, same outfit. B&B's on his shirt.
Let her go. Look, she's sleep drunk, bro. Now, here you go.
That's the girl that was on the ground right there. Over there in the peach shirt. You would have seen the same girl.
So, okay. All right, bro. Without us showing any more of this bullshit. So, you got a business. You just opened up your new bookstore. And it's lit. You know, let's say you had a book signing and a party, a DJ and all of that. And you might even had some little drinks, refreshments for the people coming. And they get to fighting. And they won't stop fighting no matter what you do. You done begged for them to stop fighting, pleaded for them to stop fighting. It's broad daylight and they fighting in front of your businesses. And you got respectable authors and all type of people that's trying to come and support your business. What do you do?
Man, I'm calling the police. You made it too easy for me. Man, wouldn't call the police is a fool, man. And that's what I was gonna say, man. With this culture and cancel culture, all this, people got calling the police. They got it twisted, man. You know what I'm saying? Either you're gonna ruin my business, or I'm gonna go out there and do something. You're gonna put me in a position for somebody to call the police on me.
Yes.
You know?
There you go.
Now it ain't like you just riding past, you see somebody out there fighting, and you call the police on them. You know, right. So that ain't none of my business.
That's a good point. I like that
one. Right. And so this assertion that, I mean, and you know what, man? Every bro that's either been to the pen, that's got real, what I would call street credibility, because you have been in the penitentiary, you have done everything that somebody who probably ain't never been to the pen say they wouldn't do.
Yep.
You automatically say, bro, I cannot deal with that stuff, bro. I'm not going back to prison. I'd rather let the police come in and do their job than put me in a position to have the police called on me. Like,
that's probably one of the most profound statements I heard in a little minute.
Yeah,
it's foolishness, man. Like,
sure. That's definitely what it is, man. I think once a person cancel out all that, man, you get to thinking a lot of stuff that people accept is foolery. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Word, man.
But everybody wants to be cool and be in the in crowd and you ain't doing nothing but setting yourself up. That's why I said they got it twisted. Like I said, they like you riding by and you see them fight, call the police on them. That ain't none of your business if you riding by.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you know, me and SMED are taking donations for this Legendary People podcast Time Machine, right? So in this time machine, we're gonna be able to go back in time, right? So I
love when he says this. This is the best.
Somehow we're going to link it in the Zoom, so even our Zoom guests will be able to tap in, just plug right in. So in this time machine, where would you go back in time, and what would you say to yourself?
Oh man, is this prior to being in the prison or while I'm in prison?
Any point.
Yep.
Well, like I said, man, if I go back and change anything, man, I wouldn't change it because I wouldn't be the person I am today, man. But while I was in prison, man, if I could go back in that time capsule, and it would be prior to where my mom at, man, I'd go back to the early 2000s, man, when I was in jail, and I was hearing how the city was lit, you know what I'm saying, with DBM, Todd. I was hearing about all that. I'll go back to the early 2000s, man.
Yeah.
Because I think my main thing is, man.
Bro, you said with Todd. Are you talking about me?
You was rapping in the early 2000s, weren't you?
Yeah. I was, literally. Find me on the grind 99, no doubt. Yeah, Ohio Coalition.
Diamond Cut. You know, I go back to early 2000s. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I'm in the time capsule.
That's hard. Hello, are you still there?
DeMarco.
Okay.
Yeah, DeMarco was the man.
Word. So, how you feel about Dayton finally getting a little bit of traction now, going forward? I mean, we're not at the, like the golden era of the funk, you know what I'm saying? But what do you think could happen with, the emergence of the internet? A lot of, people starting to close those gap between us and Cincinnati and us in various places that we're starting to become like Ohio strong. What do you think is coming next for Ohio? Or Dayton, to be more exact?
All got the internet and stuff like that. When a person finally make it, man, if they don't reach back and pull nobody with them, man, open some doors, we're going to be still like a dog chasing our tail, man. And I'm real big on that, man. People not reaching back, man. You know what I'm saying? Or opening doors. Hey, just open the door. We got a nice, huge advantage now, like you were saying with the internet and stuff like that. I think we are picking up some traction. And it's just about, man, we're going to have to help each other, man, by us being so small.
Word, man. So here on the Legendary People podcast / Real Neighborhood News, man, we had this thing called the butterfly effect. Either something you said during the course of the interview or something I found in the course of my research that I found truly profound and amazing, man. I mean, I like to draw parallels, man. So when I was doing research on that and how you flip the word hanking, I saw a lot of those similarities. I don't know if something in the water in Westwood or not, Wasteland, we want to call it, you know what I'm saying? But to me, you know what I'm saying, like capitalists, you know what I'm saying, for example, like a lot of guests we come on here, they use the textbook definition for capitalist, right? But to me, I think if you are creative and you are capitalizing on convenience, you a capitalist, right? Such as if someone wants a bottle of water and someone's on the corner selling it, you a capitalist. You know somebody need a bottle of water. Like, so for you to say hanking and things like that, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, found real estate in that movement. One thing I want to say also during the interview is you saying like you going back in time, you wouldn't change, you know what I'm saying, like the first part of the outcome, because if I think about the God in you, you know what I'm saying, I think about, yes, you did, you know what I'm saying, catch a body that day. But I want to think about how many bodies you saved that day, because they no telling what that dude who came in there on BS was on. So to me, you a hero, you a stand-up dude, you did the same thing I would do in that situation. Because, I mean, I'm not going to sit back and let somebody be harmed in front of me either. So I want to say to you, man, you are, man, like absolutely a legend, man. Westwood legend, Dayton legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got to get you a star down there and, you know what I'm saying, in right Dunbar area, man. Salute to you, King.
Appreciate it.
Smedro, your legendary observation.
Man, I like the observation of just being persistent to just become better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the goal is to always become something better, you know, and just understanding how you can get better and finding your life's passion. And, you know, my bro is like, you come from a family of talented, creative leadership. You know, a manager is somebody who is leading the artist into the way that they can go. And it seems like that's where you at, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're your own boss. You are establishing all of the things that you like to do, trying to embrace and find your highest positive purpose around something that you find interesting, and just become motivational to people who might be in situations where you was at. But then, you know, with doing interviews like this, you writing your books, you doing your podcast, you showing people that if you got a felony and won't nobody hire you, do something for your own. You know, you become the person that's going to hire somebody else, or find something that you're passionate about and generate your own income. And that's one thing that I feel about people who get locked up. Like, that might be the Most High leading you in a position to do your own thing.
That's hard, man.
You know? And so you just turn stumbling blocks into stepping stones, bro. And I appreciate you coming on our podcast. We want to come to your podcast.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And give you an interview and then chop it up with you. And then outside of the Legendary People podcast, like bro, I like talking about religion. I like talking about all kind of history, racism, politics, all of these hot topic issues for us to actually get better. Like, for example, bro, like when it comes to politics, 99% of black people, I don't know if it's 99, but it's in the 90s.
Yeah.
They all vote Democrat. But I can't understand the reasoning, because when I get into it, I feel like, first of all, we should all be independent thinkers.
Absolutely.
So whatever the issue calls for, whatever you believe in your heart, you should be kind of like leaning that way. But, bro, why do you think most black people are Democrats?
Man, it's the same thing as in anything, man. Everybody following the majority. You know, just like far as the don't get it twisted. Far as I'm definitely a real street cat, but when the snitching thing, everybody following the majority of what people gonna think about them. Now, regardless of what you do, it's in some instances where some people need to call the police, like people that's civilians, they exempt from that. And I'm just using that as an example as far as people following the majority. You know what I'm saying? If somebody out there, if a guy who ain't got never been in the streets in his life, and he sees somebody out there beating his brother with a bat, is he a snitch because he called the police? The majority, he a snitch. It's the majority. That's why people vote. They vote the Democrat, because they listen to everybody else versus, like you say, being an independent thinker.
Right.
And one of the things you don't talk about in jail, you don't talk about religion, you don't talk about politics, and you don't talk about sports. And I'm saying that to say, just like Biden and Trump thing, everybody going through this Biden and Trump stuff. When Trump was in the office, look what he did. Now that Biden in here, what have he done? And everybody's still, oh, forget Trump. He don't like black people. Trump had the dollars rolling through.
Say that.
Yeah, bro, every bro that I talk to one-on-one. Now, I see people saying different stuff on TV, but everybody that I build with like this, we all say the same thing. We like, seem like we was all doing a little bit better with that cheese when Trump was around.
For sure.
And when you look at the crime bill and Joe Biden's passionate speech about the crime bill, about how niggas are unreformable.
Right. Unrepairable.
He said it doesn't matter if we put them in a position for them to be in this fucked up situation that they in. He said it don't matter. He said what matters is they're going to knock my mother in the head and
With
take her purse, or knock my son in the So super predators.
Well, it could have been hitting his son with his lead pipe.
I haven't done enough research on it right now to speak on it, but look up the law they just passed in Chicago, which is gonna take effect January the 1st about bonds.
Right.
What is the
what's the premise of it, bro?
They call it a purge. They go saying it's a purge because starting January the 1st, in certain situations in Chicago, people can't be arrested for it. I'm gonna give one example that I do know about. You at your house. You got a garage in the back of your house. Somebody take their stuff, move in your garage, and you tell them to leave and they won't leave. The police they won't lock them up for that. That's just an example. It go deeper than that. It could be like even a baby, the mother of somebody's child putting them out and he won't get out. The police is not want to arrest him for that now. And it's more stuff on that list. That's just a little bit of what I caught. That's why I say I haven't done enough research on it yet. And by you liking politics and stuff like that, it's a bad situation. It's about to be ugly. And of all places, down in Chicago.
Yeah.
So imagine you got a mansion.
People wouldn't be arrested no more for kidnapping. It was kidnapping, trespassing. It was a few other things on there too. It's ugly. Just Google it.
Is there a reason why that because what, the jails are too crowded, or what's the reason for not arresting for somebody for this moving in your garage or something?
I had just read across.
I know about squatters' rights. It's kind of similar.
I know about the squatters, but that seems like they can go in a house that's not occupied.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not telling criminals to do this, but if y'all live in Chicago, you're looking for a nice house, go look on Airbnb and go shopping. Just go to Airbnb, rent it for one day, and never move out.
Man, let me ask you this, bro. Now tell me, is this too harsh? But for people that commit heinous crimes, rape, not a self-defense murder, okay? Like situations like yours, I
like
honestly,
the bro who just went viral when he killed 7 people.
Right. Like, bro, what should actually be done to people who commit heinous crimes like that, bro? JT?
Which crime? Repeat that. What you say?
Like,
Is the death penalty enough in all cases?
Yeah, is public executions like they do in some of these other countries too inhumane for people who commit heinous crimes like rape, or the kid that was in Memphis that went on Facebook Live and shot 7 people on Facebook Live just to show that he was a real nigga?
Public executions. And then we say public execution, harsher sentences. That's a tough one. I really can't be biased in it because I'm the type of person I always gonna put myself in the shoes. But what can we do to pass a message to people to let them know
it's unacceptable. It ain't gonna. Right. We gotta chill.
But in some instances, some things you do that wouldn't be inhumane. You know.
Right.
And also, it would send a message to people: if you do this, this is gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
You know,
I think they should send them to the same place they put terrorists in the Guantanamo Bay and whatever they do up there that we never find out what they do to them up there. We never find out what they do to them there. Go send them there.
And a lot of these heinous crimes that people do, though, when you sit back and listen to it and look at the history of it, all the signs was there way before they did what they did. Everybody just overlooked them.
Facts.
Man, bro, so like the police down there in Texas, when they went in there and shot up all them kids, and the police didn't go in the classroom to stop the shooter and actually retreated when they was hearing all them gunshots went off.
Uvalde, Texas.
Do you think that the police are complicit in the murder of those kids for not upholding their duty to go and stop it?
Most definitely, because they here to protect and serve and protect.
Right. As long as they're under fire, he can't shoot kids. So if the police are giving fire, returning fire, he got to turn that gun at the cops, not at kids. But when you don't go in there, he can just shoot kids.
Right.
If he's too busy having a shootout with y'all, he can't go shoot a kid. And you got him outgunned. You got way more guns. You can shoot from multiple directions.
The school shootings is absolutely terrible, bro.
How do you stop school shootings?
Protect and serve. He didn't protect or serve. He ran.
It was a gang that ran. It wasn't just one. It was the whole force that
the first initial
like
force.
They was hearing the gunshots and they was acting like they was just planning how they would go about stopping him. Like they're like, hold on for a second, hold on. I wish I had the video. Have you seen that video? They got the surveillance video of the school where the police was just like, oh my God, bro, you got to see this, bro. Like the police, and you was hearing pow, 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 pow. And one of the police officers' wife was a teacher that got killed in the classroom. Yeah. And he was so upset, man. He couldn't believe it because they wouldn't let him go down there and stop it. They told him to hold on. And his wife was murdered, man.
But bro, I just in there. Was he gonna go in there?
I found out
if his wife wasn't in there? You know,
man.
I got the video. I just sent it to you.
Hold on. Oh yeah, look at this. Watch this, James. Hold on, gang. I'm about to show you this real quick. This is unbelievable, bro.
I'm grabbing another.
And then after this, bro, I'll let you go. I know you got to take care of your business and stuff.
I'm trying to find that. Oh.
I just wanted to chop it up with you one time, bro.
For sure, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be on his podcast, too. You know what I'm saying? We got to chop it up with big bro.
Can you see this, bro?
I'm going to come down there because I need some shirts.
Yeah, I got you. So look at this, bro. Check this out. Look at this.
Yeah, here it goes right here.
There's the gunman walking in. Unbelievable, man.
Cowardly.
I hate this stuff, man. This is the most evil stuff ever, man.
Nah, man, that little child, man. Evil, little buddy man. Up out of there.
I hate this stuff, man.
Children screaming, man.
What was wrong with this person, man? Now watch, look at the police, bro. Shoot, look at the police. Watch this.
Somebody definitely got to take one for the team in that situation.
Yeah. You got a bulletproof vest on, man. Go to work. How come your gun ain't out?
Look at this, getting back. Over 20 minutes. Look at this. Look, JT.
Cowards, man.
Look at this, bro.
Man, get your gun in the fight, man.
Neighborhood knows.
Oh man, who is this? Is this Peanut or is this SMED?
SMED.
SMED.
Yo.
Oh my gosh, nice to talk to you. You know, this is Tisha Davis, but I heard you. You need somebody who knows something that's right up my alley, and that's politics. I know everything that there is to know about politics and what's going on. I can break everything down, where Democrats came from, how the Democratic Party started, the Republican Party, who were the first people in the Republican Party, the Democrats, as far as, I don't know if many people knew, but the Democrats in 1965 had had voted against the Civil Rights Bill. Like, it's a lot of stuff that we really don't know out here that we really need to know. And right now, if no other time in history, right now we need to be in the know and not in the guessing. I'm talking about any and everything from politics right now to the crooked letter community to these vaccines and jabs and what the newest news, what the Supreme Court had just said that I know that most people don't know. Like, it's so much that's going on out here, and black people are really, honestly, in la-la land. And what lets me know that is black men, black people are still killing each other. They're still killing off even more members of their own army unbeknownst to them.
That's hard. Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Of their own army. I like the way you put that.
Out here is not a game. It's what I can't believe, I was in McDonald's the other day, which was shocking, the one right here on the corner of Salem and Free Pike. And of course, I'm always sitting game everywhere I go. And I brought it to the attention of another man, like, you don't see these 5G towers? He like, man, I never did pay them no attention. Y'all still don't pay attention to these 5G towers. If you're not paying attention to them, then God knows you don't know what they're there for, when they got put up, and what's the next step in the programming of these 5G towers. Don't nobody know that, in particular black people, and it's disheartening because I see everything that's going on. I see the emotions of the people, just like I seen the video that you guys had put up on YouTube earlier, where it was some women that was literally fighting all night long. Guys, I want you guys to know and understand that that's not normal behavior. That's not normal, guys. The shit that's going on right here in front of our face, prior to 2 years ago, I'm not going to say it wasn't going on, but you didn't see it like this. You didn't see pedophilia like this. You didn't see massive killings like this. You didn't see as much suicides like this. You didn't see children out here, and that's another thing too. Children are out here suffering. Bad. Let me tell you how bad. Whether they want to tell you or not, it's so many broke people out here that's walking around and they're really, really broke. Look at these prices. Nothing is going up as far as wages. Nothing at all. So you see a woman out here, you know her hairdo all together costs about $800. Her nails and feet costing about $200. Her lashes are costing about another $100, $150. Then her clothes, her shoes. You walk into her house, she got 3, 4 kids. None of them sleeping on the bed, but she in a big boy bed eating filet mignon while she feeding her kids noodles. This is not normal behavior, guys. But we gotta ask ourselves, why? What is going on? What is the distraction? Like your boy Joe Biden said, I heard you mention something about him earlier tonight in tonight's podcast. Didn't he say he was taking the soul of the nation? Now let's sit up here and think about the soul of America. We already know that white people, not to say that they are spiritless, but when it comes to the soul of the nation, that is black people. Black people have the soul. We are the heart of the nation. So when you say on national TV that you're taking the soul of the nation and that still didn't click or resonate with black people, we have a major problem. Like I keep telling y'all, a lot of people don't know what's going on. Like I keep telling y'all, we have T-minus 8 years and a couple of months left. By 2030, man, listen, Look around y'all. Be grateful for the black people that's in your life today. Because by 2030, they will not be here. They won't be here. And I keep stressing this. Nobody's listening to me. I'm glad I got off Facebook. At times I want to get back on Facebook because just a little bit of freedom of speech has come back because of the Supreme Court's decision this week to be honest about these vaccines, the side effects of these vaccines. So yes, I can get on and say a little bit more about remdesivir, about these ventilators, about my midazolam, about fentanyl and flufentanil that was given to so many people. Listen, I can go on and on about COVID, and I can bring up so many examples. I wish you know what I want to do, guys? I really need to come in there, and I need to bring proof with me, my documents with me, so I can pull them up on the screen and show you guys everything, give you so many websites.
Let's do this.
At the website.
Let's do this. Let's take my number, and then I want you to text me, and then I'm gonna set a date for you to come on. Cause right now we got James Turner, who is an author, and we doing his story. And I don't want to overshadow his story with all your wonderful information. So let's set a date for you to come in and for you to be able to break down all the information that you got on so many different topics. It's going to be a wonderful show.
Absolutely.
Okay.
When we do that, I want to talk to you guys personally.
Yeah. Right, no doubt. So let us wrap our interview with bro, and then we'll definitely get together. It's 937-603-4494. Or Google T-shirt Kings, and then that number is going to pop up. And then text that number with your information, and then I'll call you, and we're going to get something on the calendar.
99 who?
603-4494.
4494.
You about to have everybody on the internet texting you.
No, I bet.
All right, bet.
I'm going to text you. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
No. Oh, you banged on her?
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't, honestly. I thought that it was over, but I did want to get back to JT. So, bro, can you take us out with some words of wisdom?
Well, I
bro?
wanted to respond to some of that before we get up out of here.
Huh? Okay.
You want to respond to any of what she said?
Like she said, it go back to all the signs is there.
Mm-hmm.
All the signs is there. We just missing them.
Word.
You know.
Word. So now take us out with some good old words of encouragement. And what do you have coming up next?
Yeah.
All right. What I got coming up right now is the Hanky TV on YouTube. I got the CEO of Fupa Magic coming on Thursday at 6 p.m.
Okay.
Fupa Magic, the Stomach Slimmer. So I got him coming up. I got shows running on Hanky TV every Thursday at 6:30. I'm also the host of another podcast called Saving Sexy Radio. And of course, people can hit me up for the book, Hanky in Love with the Game, or hit me up for the t-shirts. Hanky t-shirts, when you can supply the demand and consistently turn a profit.
Man, no doubt. And I got the links to your IG. I got the links to your website. And I got the links to... we definitely want them to buy the book from you either through IG or off of your website. But just in case somebody can't, there's also an Amazon link where they would be able to get your book there. So all the different ways to get to you, the links are in the description. So make sure you guys check out my bro. And I also got a link to your YouTube channel. Make sure y'all go and like and subscribe to Hankin TV. Yep, we subscribed earlier too.
Yep.
Man, James, it's been a pleasure, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Yes, sir. I've been saying it all month.
And y'all both be
last
saying
month.
Hankin TV.
Well, I also had a website called wehankin.com, and that was I had a show in probably maybe 2010, that era, around that time. It was called We Hankin, and I had a website that was going to be kind of like MySpace. So, man, I'm right with you, bro. And we got some good friends, good mutual friends with Hannibal and Chilby and Bird, who is Antoine Cotton. So yeah, bro, for sure.
Yeah, bro. Let that global consciousness, man.
Mm-hmm. Come down. I need some shirts too.
Come on.
Word.
I'm ready for you, bro. I'm gonna give you a player price. I got you.
Word.
I got you, bro.
So, bro, we appreciate you coming on the Legendary People podcast, man. Legendary People, legendary stories. Be a capitalist and stay hanking. You ain't a victim. You heard?
Yes, sir. Horizon Science Academy, man.
You
Dayton
ain't
High
cool if you
School.
don't go to that school.
You ain't cool if you don't go to that school, man. Horizon Science Academy, man. Peace. JT, man. Love you.